Yeah. Same brain, different zip code, different sky. Let me think this through out loud for a minute. 86 billion neurons in a child born poor. Same architecture as the kid who gets the nicer floor. Yeah. Same wiring, same potential, same first cry, same night. But the inputs are different and the inputs write the life. And I know that's not a secret, people notice, people say it. But then we keep the gate locked and expect the world to take it as just the way things are. Like gravity, like weather, like we couldn't reorganize the whole thing if we wanted, like whatever. We built the greatest knowledge transfer system in the history of life. Language, no cumulative culture, fire pass through time. You die, but what you learn doesn't. That's the miracle, that's the gift. And what we did with it is put a fence around the cliff. Said, if you wanna see the view, you need to show a card. And the card costs $100,000 and the climb is hard. So the kid in the favela with the same 100 billion cells learns what the neighborhood teaches in the neighborhood to sell. Same neurons, different world. That's not nature, that's a door with a lock. Same signal, different noise. We built the gap and then forgot we put a wall on understanding. Called it property, called it IP. 86 billion neurons per human, and we sorted them by zip code and degree. Yeah, we sorted them. We sorted them. The physicist doesn't talk to the poet, different floors. The economist in his room with the econometrics and the doors that separate him from the ecologist down the hall, and the ecologist from the historian. I mean, what do we even call this thing where we slice reality into these separate rooms and got surprised when nobody could solve the whole thing? Cause the whole thing's always bleeding through the walls between the rooms, and the economist got half and the ecologist got half, and the poet's got the piece that tells you how it feels to hold a fact. But they don't have lunch together, man. They're in different buildings and the building's got a name, department, and the name means we agree this knowledge lives here and that knowledge lives there, and the two don't really need to breathe the same air. But knowledge is a river, it's not a building with a floor plan. It doesn't care about the sign on the door, man. It runs through everything, the chemistry, the song. You can't split it into sections without something going wrong. Something goes wrong. The same neurons, different world. That's not nature, that's a door with a lock. Same signal, different noise. We built the gap and then forgot we put a wall on understanding. Called it property, called it IP. 86 billion neurons per human, and we sorted them by zip code and degree. Yeah, we sorted them. We sorted them. I had this image once, a river flowing through a field, and someone came along and said, well, put the science here, the art there. Philosophy gets the hill, and then we wonder why the valley dried, why nothing felt connected, why the experts kept on talking to the only people who'd already accepted the same assumptions they had. It wasn't arrogance, it was just architecture. You build enough walls, you forget there was a river. And look, I get the specialization, I understand the depth. You can't know everything, you pick a path, you take a breath and go deep into one thing till you see what others miss. But at some point deep and isolated, that's an abyss, and what we built isn't depth. It's castles with a mold, and the mold cost tuition, and the castle's got a quote on every journal article behind a paywall and a fee that the person in the study generated. But the access isn't free unless your institution has the license and the deal, and a person in the favela, they can't access what is real, what is true, what is figured out, what we already know, because we made a business out of putting on a show for the people who could pay to get a seat inside the room, and the rest just get the headline, not the proof. This is cojones too, we're breaking boxes, breaking floors, not the rooms themselves, but all the locks upon the doors. Same neurons, different world. That's not nature, that's a door with a lock. Same signal, different noise. We built the gap and then forgot we put a wall on understanding. Called it property, called it IP. 86 billion neurons per human, and we sorted them by zip code and degree. Yeah, we sorted them. We sorted them. We slice reality into departments and wonder why nothing feels whole. We slice reality into departments and wonder why nothing feels old. Same kid, different zip code, different sky. Same 100 billion neurons, just different inputs, just inputs.